Good afternoon, everybody who have come near and far. I am Dr. Robert Smith, Director and CEO of Central Mississippi Health Services here in Jackson. I first would like to pay tribute to Dr. Marilyn Luckett and Stacks who have created and brought us together to celebrate this once in a lifetime legislator, Dr. Alyce Griffin Clarke, the first Black female to serve since a 39-year career here in representing District 69. I'm delighted and honored to have met Alyce in 1969 when she was brought here uh, by the late Dr. James Anderson, a very heavy hitter in healthcare and community health centers, and his brother, Doug Anderson, in the legislature, who has supported community health centers and given money for the poor. This afternoon, I know there are many people who will pay tribute to her for her contributions in the legislature and for the bills she has sponsored, sponsored or co-authored. From my information, she has been one of the most productive legislators in producing legislation that create equity in our society. This afternoon, I'll speak to the contributions she has made to healthcare. 30 to 40% of our children and adults was malnourished. When she came to Jackson Hines, she appreciated and understood what this meant to our people and developed some booklets that were distributed to other health centers and was widely copied on how to best prepare and create healthy living. We will be forever indebted to Alyce for this. And I will be ever indebted to her for after she left Jackson Hines, she came to on the board of Central Mississippi Health Services, where she has served several terms. And of course, I trust her resignation from the legislature will not mean that she will be leaving our board. Lastly, I want to thank this creative, bright alumni of Alcorn and her late husband, L.W. Clarke, and her children for being my neighbor and friend. She has worked tirelessly as a housewife to be a great neighbor, to be a great citizen of Jackson State and this nation. And I call her a great American.
I'm happy to be here today to just pay a tribute to a great lady and an even greater person, Ms. Alyce Clarke, Representative Alyce Clarke, who I've known for more than 30 years. I can tell you that what I know about Ms. Clarke is that she is one of the kindest, most caring people that you could ever run into. But what's important for her job at the legislature, she was a tenacious and persistent fighter for things that she believed in. And things like the drug court that she got established almost single-handedly. And that's the kind of thing Alyce cared about, things that would affect people's lives. They changed people's lives. There are people that were able to come through that drug court who didn't go to prison, who now are living a normal life without a bad record and going forward. That's Alyce Clarke. Alyce Clarke is a person that said, we ought to get the state lottery. It'll help us pay for education and whatever else we need. And she did that for more than 20 years till we finally did it. That's why it's important that we remember that sometimes more than anything, you don't need just a good representative, but one that's persistent and tenacious. And I want to tell Alyce that we're going to miss your tenaciousness, we're going to miss your kind words, and we're going to miss all the things you do for the people of the state of Mississippi and for the city of Jackson. and more importantly, for Alcorn State University. And I can tell you, as I continue to serve, as much as you would always come and say, make sure they don't forget about Alcorn, you don't have to say it anymore. It's ingrained in my intellect. Every time I go anywhere in appropriation, ways and means, I remember what you told me. Let's not forget about Alcorn. We're going to take care of everything you cared about, Ms. Alyce, and we wish you the best, and we'll miss you, and we'll keep checking in on you and letting you know how things are going. God bless.
I am honored to have an opportunity to say just a few words about my friend, Representative Alyce Griffin Clarke. I met Alyce when I first got into politics and running for office a very long time ago. I knew from that very first meeting that Alyce was determined to make a difference. And I can tell you specifically about her work with getting drug courts in Mississippi. She and I had conversations about this way back in the 90s when no one else was talking about drug courts in Mississippi except Representative Alyce Clarke was talking about them. She talked to doctors, mental health professionals, prosecutors, defense attorneys, judges. She reached out to all the stakeholders in an effort to see that drug courts could get started here in Mississippi. She knew that those drug courts would give an opportunity for rehabilitation to those who needed it, that it would provide an opportunity for a second chance for those who needed and deserved a second chance. She always worked to make life better for her community and for her constituents. She, as a legislator, was impactful, she was effective, and she was successful. And by successful, I mean she recognized that success is not measured by the number of servants that you have, but by the number of people that you serve. And so, Alyce, I want to congratulate you for your years of service to the people of the state of Mississippi. I want to congratulate you on your retirement. And as you are beginning this next chapter in your life, I'm certain that you will continue to influence and inspire others to emulate the kind of work that you did for so many years for all of us. Thank you very much. Enjoy your evening.
Good evening. It is such a pleasure being here. Unfortunately, I couldn't be there in person, but I am joyful to be a part of your celebration. Ms. Alyce Clarke, we love you, and you are one of a million. I can call you in the middle of the night, and what would you say? How are you doing, Alyce? I am blessed. You've always been grateful, and you've taught us to be grateful as well. You have given yourself to our community, to our state, and to our country, and we appreciate you for doing that. One of the last times we met together when the Alcornites and the Tougalooans gathered together around my card table, and we had such a delightful time. We got to do that again. And yes, Alyce can keep up with those cards and bid with. You all have a great evening, and it has been a delight being your friend, your niece, your sister, your daughter, your all, and also your doctor. Thank you, Alyce.
Representative Clarke, thank you so much. Thank you seems like such a small phrase for such a big, big person and all of the things that you have done for Jackson and the entire state of Mississippi. You are a legacy from which we all have come. Thank you for your commitment to education, to women, to the lottery, to Alcorn State University, and to our beloved Alpha Kappa Alpha. Thank you for being who you are, a lady, a legend. Representative Alyce Clarke, we owe you, and we will forever be indebted to you for all you've done, and we will forever try to uphold all of the standards that you've set. We appreciate you, and we thank you, and we love you.